Make sure that doesn't fall. It's still on the wonk. Right. Let's just wait for some people to rock up. Unannounced live stream, first one in God knows how long. Don't forget your cuppa. But remember, the camera's over here, not over there. It's over here. I don't know how you invite people. Can you invite people? It's been a long time since I've done a live stream. Don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's changed. All sorts of things have happened. What do all those things mean? Where do I find my comments? How do I find comments? Nope, don't know how to do that. Retouch on. Okay. It's going to be no good if I can't find comments. Okay, live chat. Oh, Lisa Taylor. Evening, Pip. I hope you have a great Christmas. If you celebrate, I do celebrate. I'm very Christmassy. I'm completely Christmas mad. Yep, so I've got 4 people in here. I've had to turn the camera. I've got to remember to look over here, but yet comments is going to be over there. So I'm sorry if I keep looking the wrong way. I'm trying to set the tripod up a little bit, but I think I've got it on splayed legs. Ugh. Sorry, people. I don't think it... Yeah, that's better. David, hello, hello. Give this a little twist, actually. I have a tripod now. Damon gave me a tripod. You'd think it'd be really easy to use, but I am having to learn to do such things because I just hold it all the time. Let's have a look at these comments. How do you keep the comments up these days? Live chat. Michael. They're on the right hand side. What's this? Comments are on the right hand side. Thank you. No, that's the left hand side. Is it because I think I've got my camera the wrong way around? Am I the right way up, or am I literally talking to you on my head? I don't know. I'm assuming. No one said I'm upside down, so I'm assuming magic has worked and it sorted itself out. Feeling very Christmassy here, look. The reason I think it's upside down is because I've had to plug the charger in on that side because the cable's not long enough to go round that side, otherwise I'll have a cable coming across my head like that. Anyway, grab yourself tea, coffee, hot chocolate, beverage of your choice, and let's chit chat Christmas, shall we? I mean, we can chit chat anything, but my thought was we'd talk about Christmassy stuff because we've only got like a couple more days left to go, and catch up on things because my vlogging has been terrible. You may have noticed of late, but I wanted to catch up with where I was. I'd got so far behind that I kind of stopped filming for about 2 weeks. That's not entirely true. I filmed the odd thing that might be of interest when I was out doing stuff, but I haven't daily vlogged for a good couple of weeks. So yeah, I was putting together video. Oh no. Oh, Bonnie, shift. Bruce fell off the Christmas tree. Just fell. It's meant to be the other guy, isn't it, that's meant to fall? Rick, what's his name? The baddie. Guy who played Severus Snape. Come on, someone help me out. What's he called? Why is the chat not staying up? Why is it not staying up? Anyway, yeah, he fell off the Christmas tree. So that leads me to my first Christmas question for you all. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie? I mean, I know it's a Christmas movie, but what are your thoughts on the process? Christmas movie, not Christmas movie, just an action movie? Just a movie that is an action movie that happens to be on at Christmas and happens to be filmed with a Christmas theme? I think it's a Christmas movie. Who else have we got in the room? Whoop. You'd have to excuse me. It's been so long. I can't even remember the last time I did a live. Have I done one this year? It's been so bad. New Year's resolution. Getting ahead of myself now. New Year's resolution. Get better at lives. I believe they've changed lives now as well. Well, I mean, they have. I can see they've changed lives. Alan Rickman. Thank you. What did I say? Rick. I got the Rick bit there somewhere, didn't I? I knew it had a Rick in it somewhere. Alan Rickman. Thank you very much. Yes, he was the one who was meant to have fallen from the tower, not Bruce. Bruce did not win this time. Poor Bruce. What was I saying? Squirrel moment. Yeah, I haven't done lives in ages, and now I noticed they're doing this vertical live thing, which it was trying to get me to do, but I think I need to fiddle around with that and do that on the go a bit more. I should really do more lives on the go. I've gone on to TikTok as well, and I don't know what I'm doing over there, with the view that I was going to do some lives on TikTok, and that's all very vertical as well, but I need to have a certain amount of followers, and I'm nowhere near. So I don't spend enough time on it to get a load of followers, so that's probably never going to happen, but you never know. What are we all doing? How are we all? Has anyone answered my question about Die Hard? Boop. Christmas movie, not Christmas movie. Let's see what people think. Should have like a little vote box, shouldn't I? 1,000 followers, I believe, on TikTok to be able to go live. Yeah, nowhere near that. I'm like 200 and something. And that fluctuates. And probably most of those are bots. Because what I do is I go onto a live stream, and it's usually a tarot one or something like that. I go onto a live stream, and then you get bombarded with a load of fake accounts who are saying to you, oh, we're going to do a reading for you. Would you be interested? And it's not even the real people. It's like cloned accounts and stuff. It's particularly bad when you do tarot. It's not so bad when I go on the crystal stuff. But yeah, as soon as I hit a tarot live stream, you get bombarded. It does make my followers go up, but I don't even think they're real, worthwhile, real people, to be fair. Does that matter, actually? A follower's a follower, isn't it? It doesn't matter how interactive they are for the 1,000 followers criteria. I don't know. It's getting old, that's what it is. Don't know about social media, it's all changing. And then I don't do a live stream for ages. Paul, hello. You can do bingo live, but that's a totally different app. I think I've done bingo or something like that. You've never seen Die Hard? Was that Lisa saying she's never seen Die Hard? David's never seen Die Hard either. How is that even possible? Okay. So you won't know then if it's a Christmas movie or not. Bluebells. Hello. Have I been to Asda recently? I parked outside a small Asda today so that Lee could run in and get a sandwich. Does that count? I was in the car park. It was actually a garage, but it had Asda in it. Yeah, I have. When did I last go to Asda? It was with the kids, because there's an Asda quite close to where I pick them up from school, the older two at work. So I often pop into Asda to grab a few bits. It was during the Christmas period and the run up to Christmas, although to be fair, that starts the minute Easter's finished. No, Halloween, isn't it? Sometimes they overrun, so we could be talking October. I think I went to Asda the end of November. I don't think I've been in December. I don't think. But they do have a lot of nice... No, I was in there not that long ago because I was looking at all the nice clothes they had. They had Christmas jumpers. I took Ozzy, didn't I? He was sick at the beginning of the month, and I took him, and he was looking at all the Christmas jumpers and pyjamas. I've been very tempted to buy myself a nice pair of Christmas pyjamas. But what I really need to do before I buy myself anything else is literally go through. I need a huge declutter in the new year. I need to go through my sock drawer, get rid of loads of socks. I need to get rid of... The problem with me is I don't like waste. So I wear something until it's literally trashed. Because I feel like it's wrong to throw it away if it's not trashed. Like if there's that middle period, isn't there, between something being no good for charity and something being too good to go in the bin. I mean, there's probably not in most people's view, but in my view it is. And unfortunately, I've passed that down to my kids, and literally they will wear things with holes in. And when, like Kenzie, I can bin it, but Brendan would still wear things. And I have said to my mum and my dad, if you see something that's particularly holy on the line, just sneak it away, you won't notice. Because he'll do the same. He'll just wear things. Excuse me. Ooh, popped up the live stream at the wrong time of evening, haven't I? What have I got? I've noticed some things popping up in the corner. Was it crowded? No, it wasn't. But I went into Waitrose this morning. Oh my God. Waitrose, 2 days before Christmas. Don't recommend it. The car park was queuing out, but actually there were parking spaces and we got through it pretty quick. Kenzie was driving, bless him, and he was under pressure to reverse park into a parking space. And this guy actually came over and praised him on his good parking, especially under such pressured circumstances. So that was really nice of him to take the time to say to Kenzie, you did really well. And you were under a lot of pressure because there was like streams of cars behind him. And then we went in and it was carnage. Literally going through the door, I felt overwhelmed. There were that many people coming out and going in. You couldn't get through the doors. It was carnage. They did have every single till open, and they had all of the self-serve tills open, so they were really good in that respect. Can't knock them at all. And they were getting through, excuse me, they were getting through the aisles and, like, you know, the queues. They're getting through the queues pretty quick, and they were stocking up as they were going. So I would say they were doing a really good job. I know that Asda, if I'd gone to Asda, it would have taken a lot longer to get through, and probably would have had half the people in it. They probably wouldn't have had all of the kiosks open, the checkouts open. Oh, what have we got? Donate it to a refuge. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that is a good idea, actually. Good thinking, Batman. Daniel, hello, hello. Will I do a tour of Southend in the new year? Well, there's a question. I don't seem to be going anywhere, really, other than Damon's Field. Because trying to travel anywhere... Well, first of all, Spog has cost me a small fortune. And it's been off the road a lot. But work has just been so manic that I just haven't gone very far. But this year I do, like, I want to balance things out a bit better this year and do a decent amount of work, but not constantly work, if that makes sense, and try and get some savings and do some more exploring. I've got about 3 dates booked in with Daryl and Keith from Campervan Tales. I don't know where we're going yet. I don't think we've decided that, but I've got about 3 dates booked in with them. So we will be going somewhere. Frinton, is that near Southend? Is it? It has free parking 24 hours for campervans. Oh, that's good. Hello, Damon. I was just talking about you and your field. Alive. Did you get my message? I did say I was coming live. I always say if the car park is pretty full, maybe don't try going into the shop with a... Will be pretty crowded. Yeah, exactly. All supermarkets were busy today. You can give them to charity shops. Yeah, my nan used to... That's all right, you can go, love. Oh, you're doing the bins. Is it bin day today? That was yesterday. Lee's just going outside. Haven't been editing and uploading. No, I haven't been editing and uploading. Oh, okay. Yeah, all the supermarkets were busy, and I really wanted to avoid any supermarkets today, but I forgot the marzipan, and I forgot... Well, that's annoying, isn't it? It's going to make a noise every time a notification goes off. Sorry. Don't know how to stop that now. What was I saying? yeah, I didn't want to go into any shops, but the marzipan and icing that I needed for the Christmas cake, I'd forgotten, because you always forget something. So I've forgotten that. And if I don't decorate the cake, I will do what I did last year, which is forget to decorate the cake. And we are actually going to be eating last year's cake. And then this year's cake we made, I'm going to be eating next year. Or maybe I'll do it at Easter. Because it's just, I totally forgot to decorate it. And if it's not decorated, Bonnie, if it's not decorated, it's not going to get eaten. Because you can't eat it not decorated. Oh, right. I'm going to have to... Damon, stop messaging me. You're making my phone beep. How do I stop that now? How do I stop that? Notifications. Where's my volume? Do that. Sorry, people. No. Do a thing. Do a thing. That. Let's turn all of those off. Okay. That should... Were you all hearing that beep? Sorry. It should work now. You shouldn't be getting beeps in your ears. Went on Sunday. Your anxiety was so bad that Mum had to call my brother to come and pick me up and take me home so she could shop in peace. Yeah, it's far too peoply. I was very in and out. And the funny thing was, we were meeting. We were all going over to my parents because my mum's cousin's daughter Maya, who is over from Canada, so she now lives here. So she was doing a degree at uni, an art degree. She's finished the art degree now, but she still lives in London. And strangely enough, like complete coincidence, she started dating a guy that she met in London at an art exhibition, or no, a party that she was at. And he lives about 9 miles from here, 6 miles outside of Thame. That's where he's grown up. Like, that's really spooky. So she's spending Christmas with them and his parents. And so she's come and met us today and we had lunch and everything together. It was really nice. But the weird thing was, she was in Waitrose. We were in Waitrose, and Lee's going, Maya's down there. She's down there. And I'm like, she can't see me. I have to hide from her because I was buying them like Christmas nibbles and gifts. So I was like, I can't say hello to her. And then Kenzie was walking back from going into town to get what he wanted. And he passed her and bumped into her. And she was like, are you going to your nan's? And he was like, yeah, we're just getting a few things. But I was literally walking around a heaving Waitrose looking for a gift for them, something they could, that I could get for them. But at the same time, hiding in the aisles and not wanting to be spotted.
You wouldn't have spotted them anyway.
No, I didn't want them to spot me, love.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have seen her anyway.
You're
face blind.
I walk away. I know who she is. I walk around with my eyes elsewhere because I don't like to make too much eye contact with humans, because they might want to stop and talk to you. So I just avert my eyes, focus on the job at hand. Okay. Oh, you did that on purpose. Thank you, Damon. Well, now I've turned the volume off, so that's not going to make a beep anymore. Where have I got to? Oh, that was the last message. Okay, so for those of you, how many people we got in here? 11. Oh, Bruce threw himself off the Christmas tree. Die Hard. When Bruce threw himself off the Christmas tree a moment ago, we were discussing, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie?
Die Hard and Die Hard 2. Die Hard.
No, I don't know about that one. Is that set at Christmas?
Set at Christmas.
Die Hard 2 apparently is set at Christmas too. I'm going to go with yes, it is. I've got myself some little crib notes here for things we can discuss. Christmas themed things. Have you got your hot chocolates, cups of tea, coffee? Beverage of your choice? It's set at Christmas. So yes, of course it is. Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. Hello, Evan.
So it's Batman Returns.
Lethal Weapon, Christmas movie? Isn't that the one where he gets stuck to the toilet seat with the bomb going off? Or is that a different Lethal Weapon?
That's Lethal Weapon 2, I think.
Oh, one of the dogs has farted. That's disgusting. Wow, that's really cabbagey.
You probably.
Link. Wow. Strawberry Nesquik. Good for you.
Oh, nice.
Jingle Bell Rock opens the movie. I can't. It's been so long since I've seen it. Okay, well, if it starts with Jingle Bell Rock, then yes, it is a Christmas movie. But it's been so long since I've seen. What was the movie?
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. I can't remember. It's been so long. Lee's making funny faces and wobbling his face. What does that do? Is that something for
That's
the movie?
what Riggs did.
I don't know. It's been so long. Ghostbusters is a Christmas movie.
No, it isn't.
It was always on at Christmas. It feels Christmassy. No, what about the Ghostbusters 2? With the Statue of Liberty? Wasn't that set around Christmas?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, 2 would have been.
Why do you say Ghostbusters, Paul? There was no Christmas in it, was there?
No.
Oh, did she have a Christmas tree in her living room
There is no data.
when she got dragged back into the kitchen? Was there a Christmas tree in there?
No.
No. Explain yourself, Paul, please. Explain yourself. Sell that to us, please. I need your, what's the word? Make your case.
Oh, it can. Right.
Okay.
Ah.
Elf. Okay, so who likes Elf? Can't stand the movie. Absolutely can't stand it. Elf is definitely a Christmas movie.
Gremlins.
Gremlins. Yeah, is that a Christmas movie? It is set at Christmas. And they always played it at Christmas.
And it was filmed on the Back to the Future backlot.
Was it?
Yes.
My messages are vanishing. Paul's saying maybe not. No, I don't think Ghostbusters was set at Christmas. I have a feeling the second one, maybe it was winter. No, it wasn't even winter.
Probably.
I think the second one was around Christmas. It was definitely, I don't know. I don't think it's Christmas. It was definitely on a Christmas. When I see Santa at the mall, I always think of Elf and I yell, Santa!
I know him!
I know him! Yeah, I don't know. I find it really cringy. I've got to be one of the only people on the planet. Did you like Elf?
Oh, Elf's brilliant.
Okay, Lee loves Elf. Oh, it's, no.
Professor Proton in it.
I just can't do, I've got no desire to watch it at all. And everything's Elf themed. I did watch, what did I watch the other day with Harry? I watched the animated version of Grinch, not the movie. And I prefer the animated version, I think, to the movie version of the Grinch. Kenzie, do you like Elf?
Elf?
The movie?
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, so that leads me on to, what is your favourite Christmas movie? We'll do the least favourite afterwards. Where's Imo? Wales, I imagine. What do you mean, where's Imo? I imagine she's in Wales.
In the valley,
She was last time I spoke to her. Working her butt off, doing a billion things, as is Imo's way. That's why we get on so well. A very is that a Brady Bunch thing? We don't have Brady Bunch here. A very Brady Christmas. Never seen that. I don't actually know what my favourite Christmas movie is.
About a boy or Love Actually.
Love Actually, but that's like one of my favourite movies anyway. But yeah, that is.
But it is a Christmas movie.
And yeah, About a Boy's very good as well. It is very good. I never really considered it a Christmas movie, and then I got told off by Damon and Jem because it's all about the Christmas song and it's set at Christmas. I was like, yeah, I suppose it is really. Hadn't really thought about it. Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah, I've seen that a few times. Not one of my favourites.
Had Michael Caine.
I'm not big with puppets. Although, having said that, I love Labyrinth, which is all puppets, and it's Jim Henson as well, isn't it? Maybe I'm just not very into the Muppets. Don't know. National Lampoon's Christmas. Yeah, that is good. It's not one I could watch a lot, though. I mean, National Lampoon's movies are really good. But you have to be in a silly mood, don't you, for those? I don't know. What's your favourite movie, Lee? Christmas.
Probably Die Hard.
Die Hard. Do you know, I very nearly said that as soon as I asked it. I thought it's
And Die Hard too.
Yeah, maybe mine is Love Actually for Christmas. Although we've watched. Oh no. Okay,
Your Christmas or mine?
Yeah, the Your Christmas or Mine, they're really good. Really like those. And
Chile.
yeah, Gilet. Yeah, those are really good. And I watched for the first time last year The Holiday. Was it The Holiday where they swap? They do like a holiday swap. And I watched it again this year, and I really like it. And that's got people in it. It's got people in it. Kate Winslet and some blonde man and the funny guy. Who's the funny guy who was in the sing-song movies? The rock thingy rock. Class rock.
Jack Black.
Jack Black. Got Jack Black in it. I'm no good with
School of Rock.
School of Rock. Is it School of Rock?
Yeah.
Hello, Birdnest58. I know who you are, really. I'm just going to call you Birdnest58. All time, of course, It's a Wonderful Life. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's the black and white one, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, James Stewart.
James Stewart. No, never seen that one. Never seen. Well, I haven't watched a lot of the old ones. Rocky 4. That's based on Christmas
Draco.
Day.
Rocky and Draco.
Okay. Never was a big Rocky fan either. Sorry. My tea's gone cold. Someone stick kettle on. Tea's gone cold. 1984, Rod Steiger.
That's Steiger.
Best Christmas movie, Mr. Charles Dickens. Who's Rod Steiger?
That would be George.
Would I recognise him?
George C. Scott in it, as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Don't think I've seen that one either.
That was the wasn't that the tombstone that was smashed up at the church
What,
a
that
couple
movie?
of weeks ago? Yeah, there was they'd left the tombstone there in the churchyard, and it was a bit of a tourist thing,
I
and
don't
some
know.
idiots come along and smashed it up.
For this movie?
Yeah, I think it's that movie. Yeah, George C.
Where
Scott.
was it set?
It was London, but I think it's Canterbury way.
Okay.
But they have the.
Oh yes,
the-
Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens,
So it
yeah.
would be London, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Most of his movies, stories, stories set in London. Okay, so what about worst movies? Elf. I think. Trading Places. That is
Yes.
really good. It was that.
Eddie Murphy.
That was
Dan
Christmas
Aykroyd.
as well. But that.
Yeah.
That was that Trading Places. Was that the
They swap
poor
over.
people and then the rich?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy was the guy on the board who was trying to fleece people for money.
Oh
saying he
yeah,
had no
that
legs.
was really good.
Hey, it's a miracle!
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that one. I just want to keep the chat up, but I can't keep the chat up. A Sudden Case of Christmas. Was that what you watched? A Sudden Case of Christmas. That was what you watched yesterday, wasn't it, Damon? And you said to me, don't bother watching it.
8-Bit Christmas, that was good.
8-Bit Christmas?
That was the computer gamey one, wasn't it?
Oh,
Father and
the
Son, what?
8-Bit Christmas was really good, yeah. We're now on bad movies. We've moved on now to bad movies. Oh, I'll have to go and check out your Christmas video, your Christmas Village video. I love seeing that every year. Do you add to it every year? Do you buy like new bits each time? I'd love to I love going into the garden centre and seeing the big Christmas villages done up and the, you know, everything. But I think that must take, it's like the Christmas version of a train set, isn't it? A Hornby train set. And you get like the little carriages that go up for the ski slopes and all the little carousels and things going around. But I haven't got any room for one here.
What did Damon think of his day 23 of his Back to the Future calendar?
It was awful Danny DeVito. Old Danny DeVito? Or like, as in Is it an older movie or is it a new movie with Danny DeVito? It's not rolling. Why is it not rolling? Get new ones as gifts and buy things at the thrift stores when I see them. It starred him. Well, yeah, but is it a new Danny DeVito? Like, is it a new film or is it an older film with older Danny DeVito from, you know, when he was younger? Okay, you add to it every year. So it gets bigger every year than your Christmas village. It's bigger. Are you ever going to run out of space? Doesn't it take up like a whole room? If I remember right from your videos, it takes up like a whole. Do you have to have a whole room set aside? It's like your dining table where you then need to have your Christmas dinner. Yes, was upset. It was his. Oh, so he said he was upset. Damon said he was upset that it was Marty's accessories and not Marty.
It should have been Marty, then the accessories.
It should have been, but it's leaving Marty till the last day. So we're talking about Back to the Future Christmas Advent calendar. So Damon's been doing Advent calendar
reveals.
What's the word? Opening, unboxing videos. So if you haven't, go to Damon's channel, Nina Ambulance Campervan. And he's been doing an escape room, Jen's National Lampoon Advent calendar, Christmas Vacation, she's not very happy with, and the Back to the Future 3 Playmobil Advent calendar. And they've been opening those 3 things on video each day. And I got Lee, as part of his Christmas present, but said he had to have it early, the Back to the Future Advent calendar. The third one. He got the second. I got in the second one last year before.
First one.
First one, sorry. The first Advent calendar, Back to the Future Advent calendar. Was it last year? I got it the year before.
The year before.
The year before.
To go with the DeLorean.
And then this year, but it was one of those presents that he had to have early because it would have been pointless giving it to him on Christmas Day. I mean, he still would have had the joy of the characters, but I wanted him to have the joy of opening it all through December. And he has had a lot of joy from it. Did I do a good thing?
You did a good, and it looks fantastic.
It does look really good. He's got it all laid out. We're going to get some display cabinets. We're going to get the staircase painted, and then that wall, as you come down the stairs, there's a wall sort of high up. And what we're going to do, get that all painted. I'm going to get some nice sort of lighting sorted, and then we're going to get these Perspex display cabinets. And we're going to set it all up. So as you come down the stairs, it'll all be set out. It'll be a Back to the Future. What do you call it? Well, I'm going to get photo frames as well. Because you get like these little postcards in each of the packs as well. So I'm going to get little photo frames and put those on the wall as well. So it's going to be like a, I don't know, what would you call it? A
homage.
A homage. Homage to Back to the Future. Going on in the chit chat. Where did I get to? Snowman. You didn't enjoy the snowman. It is a bit boring, I have to say. But that reminds me of my childhood, and it was introduced by David Bowie, and I remember that because my mum adored him.
Oh.
But it also had the frog chorus, that song, the frog chorus. Boom, 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 boom. That was, I don't know if it was connected to it or it just happened to be on the same video that we'd recorded.
It was on the same video, they weren't connected.
Was it?
Yeah.
Even when David Bowie introduced the...
Yeah, that was Paul McCartney.
It was Paul McCartney, yeah. It was Paul McCartney that did Frog Chorus. Yeah. But it must have just been on the same... Because, you know, when we were little, we used to record things like off the TV, like Back to the Future, and that had all of the non-swearing stuff in it. So it was a bit of a shock when Brendan was little and we played in Back to the Future and it had swearing in it because we only had the BBC version. And then we would, especially at Christmas, you get all of the movies and you'd record them onto videotape. But then there'd be other things before, and I think maybe that was just one of those things that was on before we'd set it to record and it hadn't quite finished the previous program. Maybe that's why I linked the two things. Maybe they weren't connected at all. Oh, that one was a brand new Christmas movie that you watched with Danny DeVito in. Okay. Well, we won't watch that one. You ever see Santa Claus Conquers the Martians? No. No, that's got to be the worst. Okay, that. Ever seen that, Lee? Santa Claus versus the Martians.
No.
Can't say it's one that's ever hit my radar.
Santa Claus the movie.
Santa Claus the movie. Yeah.
Dudley Moore.
Yeah, that's my childhood. I did actually watch that the other day as well, Santa Claus the movie. That takes me back to my childhood. And the Gnome-mobile. Has anybody seen the Gnome-mobile? So that was on at Christmas. And I don't know if it involved Christmas, but it involved gnomes, not elves. But the Gnome-mobile was really awesome. Loved that movie when I was little. But I know they played it at Christmas, which is why I might think it's Christmas related. Probably hasn't got anything to do with Christmas. Frog Chorus was Paul McCartney, but it was about, okay, it was out around the same time. So maybe it was played and then the video machine started recording and it was on before the Snowman that we recorded, and therefore in my head it was all one thing from my childhood. Thank you for clearing that up, Paul. Randall and Hopkirk deceased. Oh.
What, the original or the remake?
Yeah, I remember the remake. Was that a movie? That was a TV
That was a TV
series.
series with Mike Pratt and Kenneth Cope originally.
Are you saying that's the worst thing you've seen, Randall and Hopkirk deceased?
They probably did have a Christmas one at some point.
I remember that coming out in the 90s.
There was a Vic Reeves version.
Yeah, Vic Reeves version.
And then of course there was the Mike Pratt and the
I don't remember the original.
From the 60s, 70s.
That's why, 60s. I was a 77 girl. I wouldn't remember the 60s. Or the 70s, to be fair. Here. Why are you cold? Go put a jumper on. Leah's taking over the house with his displays too. Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm not in the house very much these days, so... Yeah. No, what it is otherwise the displays end up on units in the bedroom and then they get covered in dust, and then I get frustrated because everything's covered in dust and I can't clean properly, and then if I move things and I knock something over, I get in trouble.
If you're knocking normally means you've broken something.
Well, it's Playmobil. It's when it's Lego. That was the problem. He'd have Lego models on the side and I would have to lift everything off to dust it. And in fairness, it happens to him too. So it's not going to cause a domestic, me saying this, but the Lego Dimensions
Forever falling off.
Base unit thing where you play the game, and it's got like a Lego
robots.
Creation thing. The robots would fall off that was sat on it, and even the back ring thing would fall off. And then I never knew how to put it back together again. And I'd think I'd got away with it, and I'd put it back together, and then he'd say, "You've touched it," because he could see that I put something back. Or the Ghostbusters Ecto one, I'd move it onto the bed, I'd pick it up and I'd ping something off with my hand, or I'd just kind of dust it like that with the edge of the cloth and something would ping off of the top bit. And I'd just put it on where I thought, and he'd go, "You've put it in the wrong place." So I could never get away with it because he knew exactly where everything had to go. So I'm thinking if they're in display cases, and Damon, we might get you over to sort out. Did we just go? Did I just lose you? Are we back? What happened there? I pressed something.
Fat fingers.
So I love the description of that thing was on the other thing and it would fall off. It would fall off. And the things were in the wrong place. It's so true. Like, yeah. He just knew. So this way, and I've got the units in my head now. I've spent a lot of time because that particular wall is a fake wall. So as it's not, it's not pretending to be a wall. It is a wall, obviously. It's not like
load bearing.
It's not a mirage. It's an actual wall. But it's like plasterboardy type thing. It's an internal thing. So most of these display cabinets are ridiculously huge and ridiculously heavy. And then by the time you put some things in it, it's even heavier. So what I decided was to find something that was small and have several of them and have some nice sort of strip lighting or something that we can have on and make it a feature. And then it'll all be encased so it won't get dusty. And then I can get a duster doodah on a stick and dust just the top, you see. And then it's a thing as opposed to clutter on the side.
And they look better displayed rather than Lego.
And yeah, most of the Lego's gone back up in the loft, I think. Anyway, where was I before I... Anywho. Where was I? Takes up the dining table with the leaves in and one other table. So how do you eat your Christmas dinner then if your Christmas village takes up the whole of your dining table? Do you have to just sit on your lap with your Christmas dinner? Or do you have an extra table like in the kitchen or something? Yes, I'm back. Thank you, David. I don't know what I pressed. I actually have no idea what button I pressed, but the whole thing vanished. Damon, thank you. So you're going to have to come over in the new year and help set up our lighting situation. So I don't know if you can actually, we'll talk about it off camera, but I don't know if you can actually come down in Nina and stay, or whether or not you're just going to have to do a day trip because of the dogs. I don't know. But that would be amazing because your lighting setups are so good, and my lighting setups are good in my head. And then in real life, I don't know what I'm doing, and I want it to look nice. So where are we? We've gone through good movies, bad movies. Here's my little crib sheet. Christmas meal. Okay, I am a traditional turkey girl. Turkey, roast potatoes, honeyed parsnips, Brussels sprouts, although I'm being a bit fancy this year and putting some bacon in my Brussels sprouts and some onion. Carrots, cauliflower cheese, broccoli, gravy, Yorkshire puddings. Is that everything? Pigs in blankets. I think that's everything. That's my Christmas dinner. Oh, mushy peas, because Lee likes mushy peas. And bread sauce. Oh, did we get bread sauce? I have a horrible feeling we didn't get any bread sauce. I knew I'd forget something. We might have a packet. How do you make bread sauce? I might have to make it from scratch. I've never made it from scratch before. Can't be that hard. Bread, milk, flour. I'll Google it. Let's go on then. What are people having for their Christmas dinners? I don't do any of these turduckins. Or anything like that. I don't do, what else do people have? A beef joint or anything like that. It's got to be turkey crown. I don't go for the whole turkey. I just get a crown now. But even that's like £40. I think we paid £35 for a stuffed turkey crown. Trevor and Sue, hello. Happy Christmas to you guys too. How are you doing? Are you in the country now? I never know whether you're in the country or if you're in Europe or exploring. You've got such an exciting life now. What's happening about the geese? I'm not eating them for Christmas. That's what Brendan keeps saying. So what we're having for Christmas dinner, and then he goes, it's in the back garden getting fat. The geese are staying. They were never meant to be here, as long-term people will know. The geese were never meant to be living in my garden. I rescued them at the farm when I messed up their nest because the mum and dad geese were attacking the chickens because they were all in the same thing, and I didn't know why they were attacking, so I moved all the geese into a separate part of the aviary, and then realised afterwards that the reason they were attacking was because they had made a nest under the chicken coop, but there were nesting chickens in the chicken coop, so I couldn't leave them where they were because they literally nearly killed a chicken trying to keeping them away from their eggs. They got really vicious. So I moved the nest, but by this point I knew I trashed everything and ruined the whole situation. So then took the 2 eggs home and hatched them with the view that I was going to take them back to the farm. But then Rob got so fed up of the geese waking him up in the night because they were on fox patrol, which was the whole point that Emma got the geese, was because they were on fox patrol to save the chickens, that he rehomed the geese at a farm that wanted some geese. And by this point I was like, okay, well, maybe we could take them up to the stables, we can build a pen and what have you, and they could go up there. But then when Emma shut down You Talk, now I don't kind of go up all the time, and yeah, I needed to think about that, and I was like, well, they're here now, and I have thought about finding somewhere for them, because geese can live like 20 years, and I'd rather they had like a big pond and everything. But Dorothy's blind, partially sighted, but very badly sighted, relies heavily on Dorothy to get around, and I think actually if we put her in with a whole bunch of other geese, she wouldn't cope. She would probably get picked on. And so yeah, I think the benefits to them, because I've got them a little pond and they do sit in it, they can't swim around a big pond, but they've never known any different. So they do get to dabble in the water, and they do get to float and paddle their little feet and what have you in the pond they've got, but they obviously can't go and have a big swim. So I think it's the best of a bad situation for them. Ideally, I think if they were in a bigger setting, Dorothy would probably have a great time, but Marjorie wouldn't, and she would probably be killed very quickly. And they are happy. They're happy geese. So I'm going with it. That's what's happening. The geese are staying, much to Lee's disgust. Where have we got to? Oh, Tink's in the room. Thank you for the Christmas card, Tink. I meant to message you, and I'm really sorry I didn't. Hope you're okay. Apparently I have a load more things to wrap that Jen didn't tell me about, so I need to set my wrapping table up again. Okay, enjoy your wrapping. Having pizza delivered on Christmas Eve and leftovers for Christmas Day. Now, I've never heard of pizza for Christmas dinner. Or is that your breakfast? Cold pizza for breakfast is good. Christmas dinner, anything but Brussels sprouts and parsnips. No, Lee doesn't do either of those things. Brendan loves both those things, and Kenzie likes Brussels sprouts. Christmas might be ruined. Why is Christmas going to be ruined? It's never going to be ruined. Oh. Chicken, carrots, roast potatoes, a simple Christmas dinner. Yeah, I just can't quite bring myself to have a chicken, because that's I used to have chicken every Saturday growing up. It was what we did, and then through to, it was either Saturday or Sunday, I used to do a chicken roast. So growing up, we always had a chicken roast on a Saturday, and then, like I said, when my boys were here, we had a lot of chicken roasts. So it doesn't feel Christmassy enough for me. Oh, and sauces, like I like mint sauce as well, and that's not, oh, I didn't get any applesauce. Oh, I've still got some in the freezer. I don't know if I've got any applesauce left in the freezer. I might have eaten it all. We'll have to see. I might have to get that out of the freezer. I like applesauce and I like mint sauce, but I didn't think about any of the sauces, and I don't think I've got any in. It's fine. I can live without it. It's luxury. The amount of things I realise I've now forgotten while I'm sat here talking to you. You haven't wrapped any gifts. I did a whole batch the other day. I've got loads under the Christmas tree. I wasn't sure if that was a good idea or if the dogs would get hold of them, but they ignored them. Excuse me. I wrapped up all the presents for Emma and her lot, and we did a Prezi swap this afternoon. She came over with Ozzy and we exchanged gifts, and she's taken her bag of gifts back with her, and they've delivered their bag of gifts here. So that's done. And then I've got a whole wardrobe of gifts to take over to my parents when we do our family Christmas over at my parents. But I've just found out that Georgia's not very well, my sister, and Jasper's now throwing up. So their Christmas is looking a little bit dicey, but they're certainly not going to be meeting up with everybody. So we're hoping to do another Christmas at New Year so that they can all be well, and then do it like another Christmassy get together for New Year. Where did I get to? You do like geese content. I should probably get more goose content for you, Paul. The problem is I'm out of the house a lot working, and then when I get home it's dark at the moment. So in the summer and the spring, I like to sit out in the evening after work, and I sit with them, and it's really nice, and we hang out. But this time of year, it gets dark so early. It's dark when I go to work in the morning, so they're not really wanting to get up and get out. And we've had a few issues before where they've just flatly refused to come out, and then I've had to come back at about 9 o'clock and let them out. And then when I get home, it's pitch black. So you open the thing and they just want to go straight to bed. So yeah, it's hard to get fox content. No, it's because I was thinking we put them away so they don't get foxed. We put them like they have their pen at night, and their day pen and their night pen, and the night pen is as fox proof as I can get. Yeah, it's hard to get geese content. Oh, excuse me. Especially because I work so much at the weekends as well. So I will get some more as the light appears. You know, we're going to start getting lighter evenings and stuff in the next couple of months. It will start to improve, and then we'll. When will it be? When do the clocks change? That's spring, isn't it? A few months yet. Having rice because I won't be having a Christmas dinner. Can't eat chicken. Don't like carrots. So, oh yeah, I could definitely have a bowl of potatoes. Rice is nice. I like rice. Can't eat chicken. Don't like carrots. Okay. Yeah. I like most things. I have to say, I don't like celery, but you wouldn't have that on a Christmas dinner. Don't like shellfish. Don't like liver. But most other things I'll eat. Yeah, I think prawns, but is that under shellfish? Prawns might taste nice. I just can't get past the feel of them in my mouth. Hello, Caroline B. How are you? How's things? Everyone well? Yes, I do work so very hard. So very much and so very hard. End of March. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we got a few months then until probably some decent goose footage. Although, me talking about working so very long, so very hard, a lot of you probably will have noticed this past year has been incredibly busy. I needed to bring in another income. I wasn't earning enough just doing 3 days at the farm. So I had to do something else. And my plan was to work very hard this year, build up money, savings, and then even it out a little bit. And, you know, and the business, the pet sitting business really took off. But then Spog cost me a small fortune. It's basically a whole new van. So what I'm hoping is that everything that needed to be done, touch wood, has been done, and that I can now start getting some savings. And I'm launching the Reiki, animal Reiki side of my business, which means that I will be earning more per hour because I can charge more per hour. So a dog walk or a pet pop-in is like £15. But if I was to do Reiki, and I'm trying to work out my prices, but in this area, pet Reiki is anywhere from between £30 to £50 a session. So I can earn more money doing something I really enjoy and I find really rewarding. Every time I've done it, I just feel I get such a buzz from it. Especially when I get such a buzz from the owner's response and seeing how the animal responds as well. It's like it never ceases to wow me every time. So I'll be working smarter, not harder, if that makes sense. I'll just be working it out. So my plan is that I will have a bit more balance in my life next year, because I can't keep up that rate of work. I've got 4 jobs. I have 4 jobs. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not moaning about my work situation. Where were we? Last Sunday of March. Gets lighter within the next few days. Yeah, because we've just passed the solstice, so it's definitely going to get lighter. And do you know what I love? There is a time of year, and I'm going to have to pay attention to it, when I come in from work and I get in the bath, so about 6:30ish, get in the bath, and I can hear the birds going to bed. Like they do that evening chorus. And they're like, the birds are just starting to come back. So you hear all of, there's just this point in the year, early on in the year, and I just love it. It brings me real joy. And I'm laying in the bath and I'm listening to the birds outside. I'm thinking all the birds are coming back, and it's getting lighter in the evenings because it's not dark anymore. It's just a little thing that makes me happy. Liver terrifies me because of the texture. Liver's just disgusting. It's just really unpleasant. Don't like lemon flavour things, but will drink lemonade or lemon drinks. So you don't like lemon food, so you wouldn't eat like lemon chicken or a lemon cheesecake or anything like that, but you would have lemon drinks. Texture. I can't even get as far as the texture, to be honest, with liver. It's the taste straight away. The smell as well is enough to put me off. You're good. Finished work Thursday, woke up with a stinking cold. Always the way, isn't it? The minute you stop, that's it. You just get hit with the cold. Yes, a rest. What is that? I've tried to start scheduling in rest days. So when I was with Ella last week, apart from walking Ella, I watched Christmas movies and I sat in bed and cuddled Ella. Apart from walking her, so I scheduled in a down day, and I needed it. And I especially needed it because then on the Monday I did loads of stuff like dog walks, walking our dogs, walking other dogs, walking Ella, and I think I did something like 25,000 steps that day. So I definitely needed the Monday to be chilled. And then this weekend I did the same. Sunday I stayed in bed till about 1 o'clock. I had some breakfast, we'd fed the animals, got the geese out, and then literally just sat in bed watching Thame and relaxing until about 1:30 when I couldn't do it anymore. And I got up and I took the dogs for a walk around the common. I was out for probably 45 minutes, something like that, with them, and then came home. And what did I do after that? I think I had a bath and then did my puzzle. So I was pretty relaxed, but I need to make sure I schedule in rest days, because otherwise I start to get the migraines. The fibro is definitely showing up more these days. I don't know if it's come with age or it's just because I've been so busy. I've been pushing myself and tipping over into the too much category. Ooh, it's like a rave. And not listening to my body. So I've been thinking of getting this Visible Health app thing that I keep seeing online. It looks really good, but I'd probably ignore that as much as I ignore other people that tell me I need to slow down. Don't know if anyone on here uses it and can recommend it or not recommend it. You've had Reiki yourself. I imagine it'd be amazing on animals. The weird thing is, it's going to sound really weird, I've never had Reiki on me. Yet I wanted to do Reiki. Go figure. I should go and have Reiki done on me, shouldn't I? It just seems really crazy. People said to me, oh, so if you had Reiki, I'm like, no, never had it. But I wanted to learn it. I've always had this whole thing about energy healing though. So it felt like I don't know, it just felt right. So I'm very much into my intuition right now. And if it feels right, go with it. So that's what I'm doing. My path is in the hands of whatever my intuition currently is telling me. Yeah, I've lived one straight path for so long with the child minding and what have you, and being a mum, child minding, straight down the line, one course. And now I'm like veering off in all sorts of different directions and trying different things. And I'm like, you know what? If I don't try it now, I never will. So do all the things, go and find all the things that fascinated me and that I was drawn to and that I was interested in, and all the like the more spiritually stuff that I was into in my teens, and then kind of became more mainstream when I had kids and just didn't have time for myself. And then now I'm dipping back into that kind of, yeah, hippy dippy shit, as Emma calls it. So yeah, you know, getting back into being me again and doing things that brings me joy. And then I always say, you know, if you can earn money doing the things that make you happy, because, you know, that's why I went into childcare, because I loved kids, still love kids, but I'm definitely coming to the end. Like Ozzy will be the last one. Ozzy, Harry and Sky, they'll be my last. I'm not going to go into childcare. When they don't need me anymore, that will be that. They will be the last ones, because I'm definitely out of that place now, and I am enjoying doing what I want to do. And when you're with kids, you always have to there's always someone else you have to think about with kids. So yeah, I'm happy where I am with them now, but when they don't need me anymore, I'm laying the foundations now for when they don't need me anymore. I will have my next path to follow, if that makes sense. God, I went off on a bit of a tangent, didn't I? Sorry, bit of a waffle. Paul and Andrea want to take the sound bath. Yes, if you can do a sound bath, they are wonderful. There are moments during a sound bath. So if you don't know what a sound bath is, I'm just going to say this to everyone. You're in a darkened room with usually just candlelight. You take like a yoga mat or something to lay on, a pillow, and you have like a blanket because you can get a bit chilly. And then the person at the front is usually some sort of yoga teacher or Reiki person. You know, they usually do the sound baths on the side. Excuse me. And so they use the singing bowls and various other sort of Himalayan, Tibetan sort of instrumenty things. I'm trying to think what the exact phrase is that I'm looking for here. And the bowls that they use are in different sizes, so they are at different tones and frequencies. And some frequencies feel lovely, but other frequencies feel uncomfortable. And that is where, when it's resonating and it feels uncomfortable within you somewhere, that is where there is a blockage of energy somewhere. And the interesting thing was, I had a shamanic drumming, which uses the same principles of the vibrations. I had a shamanic drumming years and years ago, and I could feel a discomfort. So I'd be stood there like that, and I'd start to feel a bit of a discomfort. And that's exactly where the guy paused with the drum. And the more he drummed in that area, and I could feel the resonating sort of vibrations, it would feel more and more uncomfortable, and then it would start to release, and then it would feel then it would start to feel comfortable again, and then he would move on. And he knew, his intuition and what have you was telling him where I had those blockages, and absolutely where he was doing it was where it needed to be. And it's the same with those bowls. There are tones that will feel uncomfortable, and you'll be like, oh, I don't like that. But then the more it's done, it releases something, your energy, and then it will feel okay. It's so, it's lovely. If you haven't done a sound bath, go and experience a sound bath. God, we're covering everything, haven't we? I should experience Reiki. I should actually go and book myself in. Hello, Imo. Somebody just said, where is Imo? I said, probably in Wales. Getting back to being the old me this year too. Good. It's nice, isn't it? Just you and I, Imo, we kind of lead parallel lives, don't we? Strangely enough, from two completely different parts of the UK, but we do. Anyway, thanks for coming and saying hi. Are you done for Christmas now? I'm still very far behind on your videos. Singing bowls. Yes, singing bowls. They're called singing bowls? I think they're called singing bowls. How long have I been doing childcare for? Good question, Daniel. I sound like Nanny McPhee. Yeah, less warts. So yes, I'm 47, and I started nannying when I was 18, and then I had Brendan when I was 23, and childminded and nannied, and then went fully into childminding, and then gave up childminding 2 years ago, and have been nanny housekeepering at the farm as well as do my other stuff. So how many years is that? It was 20 years childminding, and then whatever else before that, 26 years in childcare. I don't know, someone do the maths. Maths is not my strong point. A long time. Boondocking with Boomer. Lance from Canada. Hello. I have just been hanging out with a Canadian relative of mine, having a lovely lunch. She's my mum's cousin's daughter, and I can't remember exactly where they're from, Vancouver area, I believe that's mostly where my family's from. And she has been doing a degree in the UK, an art degree, and she's finished her degree, and she's still living in London, and she's met a man. She met a man who, funnily enough, lives about 8 miles from me. So spooky. So yeah, she's I think we didn't get to see her last Christmas because everyone was ill. My mum was poorly and what have you last year. So she's come this year, and yeah, it was really lovely. So there, just the Canadian link. Oh, you're Toronto. Okay, yeah, no, it was not that far over. I've never been to Toronto. Right, have I caught up with the chat? Right. Oh, we've got 19 people in here. Hello, 19 people. Right, let's get back to Christmas stuff, shall we? I mean, we can carry on talking about my life if we wish to, because I do feel like I've not really checked in properly with you all and done a proper what is going on in my life update for quite a while. Please don't forget. Oh, thanks, Tink. Hit the like. You star. Okay, so we've done food for Christmas. We've done movies, best and worst. 27 years unless I've forgotten how to math. 27 sounds about right. It does sound about right because I'm 47. So probably, yeah, 20. Yeah, that sounds about right because the 2 years I've been 2 years at the farm. So technically, I suppose we could say 27, 29 maybe at a push. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with traditions. Should we go with traditions? That's my next prompt. Christmas traditions. Does anyone have anything that is like a family Christmas tradition? I suppose mine would be that we get together and we make the Christmas cake, like Christmas cake making day, where the whole family comes together. Well, let's say the whole family. My brother's up in Cambridge, he doesn't, but like me, my sisters, our other halves. Lee doesn't come anymore, but the boys come. My young men come. Jasper, you know, my nephew. So we all come together and we do the Christmas cake, and it's huge with my parents. It's a huge fun day. I say day, it's like it takes maybe half an hour at the most to make. The rest of the time is drinking tea, arguing about whether or not there's any lemons in the ruddy cake, any ruddy lemons in the ruddy cake, which there are, FYI. And then we sit and drink more tea, and there's a lot of laughter. It's very noisy. It's a really chaotic, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then we all leave with our cakes and we go and cook our cakes at home in our own ovens. And it's, yeah, I would hate for it to never happen. It's like such a big tradition in our family. And I always go to my parents on Christmas Day. Now we do Christmas morning here, we do Christmas lunch here, and then we go over sort of late afternoon. It used to be when the boys were little, we always used to go over to Nanny and G Daddy's for Christmas dinner. But it got, with more and more people, more and more partners, kids, that kind of thing, it just got a lot. And I could see Mum was getting quite stressed with it. So we started to bow out, and I was like, we'll do Christmas dinner at home. So, because she'd also quite often do like a cooked Boxing Day meal as well from when my brother came down. So it was a lot for her. And so we were like, we started to bow out of the whole Christmas dinner thing. And we were like, we had to, first year, we said we were going to do Christmas dinner at ours, and we had to change that and go to my parents because we hadn't given Brendan enough processing time. And he said Christmas dinner is always at Nanny's. It's just his autistic thinking. That's how we do it. So we learned very quickly on that year. We had to give him a year's warning of Christmas dinner was going to change. So we said, this is the last Christmas dinner we are doing at Nanny and G Daddy's, and we will do Christmas dinner at our house from this point on, and we'll come over and visit them after Christmas dinner. So we gave him a whole year to process that information and accept that the change was going to happen. And now, even now, so he's been living at theirs for 2 years. He comes to us Christmas Eve. So Lee's going to pick him up tomorrow lunchtime. They are going to go and see Lee's mum and take her Christmas presents, him and the boys, while I do things here. And then they're going to come back. He's going to spend the night here. We're going to do Christmas morning together, Christmas lunch together, and then we'll go back to my parents, do Christmas, probably, you know, we'll drink tea, we'll eat sweets, we'll chat, we'll do presents, we'll eat mince pies, Christmas cake, that kind of thing. And then we'll come home usually around 7ish, and Brendan will stay there. And then Boxing Day, we're all back over again because my brother's down from Cambridge and his other half, she usually comes, but sometimes she doesn't. So yeah, that is kind of our big Christmas tradition. It's the same every year. Let's see what Christmas traditions you have, because I've done nothing but waffle for the last God knows how long. David's brother and he do Christmas Day walk in the early afternoon, taking about 5 miles in total unless it's raining. Yeah, so a lot of people do a Christmas Day walk, don't they, after lunch? I can't think of anything harder after I've eaten all that food than going for a walk. I don't. To be fair, I'm probably going to have to do it with the dogs this year. I literally eat to the point. I mean, you heard what I said I was having on my Christmas dinner. I can't do anything afterwards except for digest. It's, yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm so full, I can't eat another thing. And then you sit there stuffing chocolates in, don't you? So we've never done a Christmas walk, but there's definitely going to have to be a dog walk of some sort. Whether or not I do it, probably it will still happen. No, actually, I was going to say someone might take them out in the morning while I'm cooking the Christmas dinner, to be fair. Anyone else do a Christmas walk? I know it's a big thing. A lot of people do. Paul. Ours would be going to my nan's when I was younger. Even when she was in the nursing home, we still went there and was with her. Oh, that's nice. When my nan was with us in the nursing home, she always spent Christmas with us at my parents'. And then when she was in the nursing home, we managed to get her to my parents, I think 1 or 2 Christmases. And then she started to struggle. I think she needed more personal care. So my mum would stay and do the Christmas dinner, and my dad and the rest of us would go over and visit her throughout Christmas Day. So like my dad would go over in the morning, and then me and the boys would pop over in the afternoon with Lee, and we'd all sort of just maybe stay 40 minutes or so, not too long, because she'd get tired. So yeah, we did spend Christmas with her, but it got to a point where she would have Christmas dinner at the care home because she couldn't leave the care home anymore. So yeah, that was a shame, but they were very good, and we always made sure we saw her, absolutely saw her every Christmas day. S, who is S? Hi S. Am I the oldest sibling? No, my brother is 6 years older than me. So there is my brother Mark. Then 6 years later, I came along. 3 years after that, Jackie came along. And 4 years after that, Georgia came along. So yeah, there's 4 of us in total, and 14 years between the oldest and the youngest, if I did my maths right. We have a white cotton tablecloth that each year, whoever is here for Christmas Day signs it. We have a different colour each year. Then I embroider over the name in the same colour. Oh, that's lovely. Caroline, that's a really lovely tradition. I was going to say, what happens when you wash the Christmas tablecloth? But the fact that you embroider over the name in the same colour is really nice. So how long has this tradition been going on for? And how many, is there any space left on your cotton? So that's the same tablecloth over the years. That's how I'm reading it. Yeah, that each year whoever is here for, yeah, I'm reading that the same, Tink, that it's the same. Yeah, that's lovely. How did that start? Who just suddenly decided to do that? Michael says 3 years of the in-laws is enough. 3 years, 3 hours. Was that 3 hours of the in-laws? 3 hours. 3 hours. So do you have in-laws over at yours, or do you go to them? Or we have Christmas dinner after the walk. Oh yeah, that makes far more sense. Yeah, that does. Although, see, we do the presents and then we chat for a bit, drinking tea and doing presents, and then I get straight up and start on the Christmas dinner, so I wouldn't be able to do a walk. And to be fair, the others wouldn't want to do a walk. They don't do that. I really like Caroline's Christmas tradition. I really do. That is lovely. And I just think, I want to know, how many years this has been going, how many, and do the same people, so I'm trying to think now, would you have the date, the year, and then the names underneath it? Or could people just randomly sign it anywhere and you wouldn't necessarily know? Is it done in date order, or so you'd know who was there each year? I need to know more about this. I'd love to see a picture. If you would feel like emailing me a picture, I think that'd be lovely. It's a really lovely. I've been on here for nearly an hour and a half, people. Good lordy me. Are you all bored of me yet? Okay. 10th year, it's a big tablecloth. When my grandchildren were smaller, we drew around the hand. Oh, that's really lovely. I think that wins the Christmas tradition, I think. Right, we've done traditions, we've done meals, we've done movies, we've done what your Christmas dinner looks like. Okay, because we've got people from different countries here. So is there a particular Christmas food that you have that is kind of connected to your country that you don't think other people have? So I was chatting to my French friend yesterday who came over for a cup of tea, and she was saying mince pies are the most amazing thing. That she's like, we don't have mince pies in France, and so as far as she's concerned, mince pies are the best thing ever and are a fantastic invention. And then Mia was saying today when she came over about the Christmas puddings and Christmas cake. That's not something that she's ever, the fruit cake, Christmas cake, and the fruit Christmas puddings that you pour brandy on and set fire to. But I'm just wondering, are there UK regional Christmassy things that you have? In Wales, Like, you have Welsh cakes in Wales. I'm not saying that's a Christmas thing, but is there like a Christmas alternative or a Christmas equivalent of a Welsh cake, or I don't know, something Scottish, like the equivalent of a Christmas haggis or something? I don't know. Or further afield, is there something in Canada or America, or, you know, wherever you are in the world? A big German sausage. Saying nothing. Shall not rise to that. Sorry. Big German sausage. Rightio. Okay. Saying nothing. A clooty dumpling. Am I pronouncing that right? Clooty dumpling, as my nan used to make it every year and mum used to make it too. What is a clooty dumpling? I would Google it, but you're on my phone and I can't do that without cutting you off. Clooty dumpling. Is that the thing that you were saying to me about the other day, Paul, where you said it was wrapped in cloth and you were trying to remember what it was? Or was that a Christmas pudding? That sounds interesting. Christmas puddings. Daniel, where are you in the world? Are you UK? Right, clooty dumplings. So you're not very far from me, Paul. Is this like tradition, as in you're not very far from me locality wise? I don't think it's you know, our location tradition, a clooty dumpling. Otherwise I'm sure I'd know what it was. So is it something that has been passed down through your family and has come from a different part of the UK? Or is it that your family have connections outside of the UK and so it's come from a different country? Or oh, so it's a Scottish thing. Oh, so is that like a Christmas haggis? Clooty dumpling. I was joking about a Christmas haggis, but that actually sounds like it might be a Christmas haggis. Steve's from Lincolnshire and has Lincolnshire plum bread with cheese and haslet. Is haslet a fish? Plum bread. So is that like a sweet bread, I would assume? So plum pudding. I've heard of plum pudding, but I've never had it. You guess so. Yeah, it sounds very much like a Christmas haggis. What did Tink say? Just think Tink. Clooty dumpling. Thank you, Tink. A traditional Scottish dessert made of spice suet, fruit pudding boiled in a cloth. The dumpling is traditionally boiled directly on the cloth rather than lined with paper. Okay, so it is very much like a Christmas pudding. Except maybe you just do it in the bag and you don't have it in like a basin, as you would with a Christmas pudding. You'd have it in a basin, wouldn't you? So we do, Mum makes her own puddings as well. And she used to make them so that she'd have one for Christmas, one for the New Year, and one for Easter. And then she would like age them, so she would eat the one that was a year aged, so that she wasn't eating the one she made that year. It was a bit like the Christmas cake that I have forgotten to eat, and therefore I'm eating my 1 year old aged Christmas cake. Everything has brandy in it as well, just to keep it fresh. Our family's got a bit of a thing for adding brandy to everything. What about trifles? Now that's never been a Christmas thing for us, but some people have like a big brandy fruit trifle, don't they, for Christmas as a pudding. There were so many really nice Christmas desserts in Lidl and Aldi, but with Lee being diabetic, I thought it was probably best not to get huge sugary, because he wouldn't be able to eat it and I would be the size of the house by the time we finished. I'd probably be diabetic too. And we always have lots of like chocolates and biscuits and sweets and stuff that I start getting at the beginning of December and start putting by, so that by the time Christmas actually comes, I'm like, I've got twiglets and cheeselets and crisps. And, yeah, all manner of nibbles, nuts, chocolates, all sorts of things. Trifle is delicious, but I've never seen it as a Christmas thing. Have you not? So I do like trifle at other times of the year, but there's like a trifle that has brandy in it, which I've had as people. I think it was because somebody said to me they were breathalyzed at Christmas and they didn't pass the breathalyzer test, and the only thing they'd had was the brandy trifle. So So that's what makes me think of this brandy filled trifle. But it's not something I've ever had. To be fair, there's no room for pudding. Even the Christmas pudding is had in the evening because there's no room after you've eaten the Christmas dinner to have the Christmas pudding. Hazlitt is a spiced sausage meat. Oh, okay. What was it? Halibut. I'm thinking of halibut. Spiced sausage meat. Do you know what? That sounds better with cheese than fish, to be honest. Plum bread is a bit like a fruit loaf and goes well with a strong cheddar. You see, now that sounds better. When I thought it was fish, I was thinking fish, fruit bread, and cheese doesn't sound very nice. But that sausage does sound nice. I could get behind that. Oh, sherry trifle, not brandy. See, I just put brandy in everything. Sherry trifle, that's what it is. Sherry trifle. Thank you, Caroline. Yes, sherry trifle. It was a bit of a 80s thing, maybe 60s, 70s, 80s thing, maybe. That's quite a wide range, isn't it? But yeah, sort of baby sham days and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Don't have it. What else have I got? Food from you. Anyone else got any interesting foods? I'm learning all sorts of things. Thank you very much. Stay safe and blessed yourself, my lovely. Yeah, I like these regional foods. Bailey's cheesecake. Yeah, Bailey's cheesecake. Thank you, lovely. I only got it in my other Christmas cup. Thank you. Lee's just made a cup of tea. And it's in my Christmas cup, which I couldn't find earlier. Where was it?
In the sink.
Oh, in the sink. And that was the other Christmas cup that I had at the start. Christmas cup. What did I just miss? Bucks Fizz. You've put Brooks Fizz. I'm assuming Bucks Fizz. I'm not a champagne person, but yeah, Bucks Fizz is more orange juice than champagne, isn't it?
You've never been very good at making your mind up, have you?
Haha, making my mind up. Yeah, old enough to know Bucks Fizz. Pulling off their skirts.
Rah-rahs.
They're rah-rahs. Making your
The
mind
camera
up.
never lies.
Yeah, good song. Used to love Bucks Fizz.
Now to make believe.
Oh, Make Believe. That is such a good song. You should do a Worm's Eye View meetup during the summer, like at Glastonbury. Oh, yeah. Who would come along to a Worm's Eye View meet and greet? No, meetup. Oh, my God, can you imagine? Yeah, that would be cool. We should do that somewhere. Be really cool. Yeah, it'd have to be Glastonbury, wouldn't it? I'm not sure, quite sure we could fill a field like in Glastonbury. Maybe go for tea and coffee somewhere. That would be fun though. Tink says, hi Lee.
Hi, Tink.
How's your massive glass head?
Very supportive.
Very supportive. Yeah. Just to put context to that, another Christmas gift that I got Lee, but he chose it because I wanted to get it for him. And so I asked him what colour he wanted, basically. But Tink has these massive glass heads that he puts his VR unit on and headphones and things. And Lee, I was like, that's what Lee needs. So I sent Lee a picture of Tink's glass heads. And he picked a glass head. Excuse me, I'm getting tired now. It's all that talking. Just talked for an hour and a half. Yeah, he likes his glass head. And I like the fact that the VR unit is, you know, on a thing. Everything has to have a home, a place.
Along my other gaming consoles that are on the top.
Yeah. Posh Cats would come. Did you say hi to Trevor and Sue?
Hi Trevor, hello Sue, how are you?
How are you? Did you answer the question? Are you in the country or are you in Europe somewhere?
Europe, I think.
Are they still in Europe?
I believe so.
Where are you doing Christmas? Home or Europe? Yeah, it would be so. It's been ages since I've seen you guys. It's been ages since I've seen anybody, to be fair. This last year, even like Darren and Keith, we were saying, it's just been, I'd see them a lot in a year. Like, by a lot, I mean I'd go on several camps with them in a year. And I think we've done one camp this year.
We blame Spog for that.
Well, no, it's not. I can't even blame Spog for that because...
Broken down.
Yeah, but it didn't cause me to cancel any of them. Keith's been doing a lot of rugby, so a lot of the things that we had planned got cancelled because he had games. And they've been going to a lot more concerts, so things got moved because they were going to concerts. And then I think I moved one because I had a house sit and it was a big job and I couldn't justify turning down 2 weeks or 3 weeks of work for a weekend away. So yeah, between us, and then we tried to put other dates in the calendar, and I've been working, or Keith's had rugby. So yeah, it's been. I did manage to see Tink, but normally I see you. Yeah, Tink's, but you saw me. Yeah, I know. I did manage to see, but how many times did I cancel on you, Tink, or rearrange? I think I rearranged twice because of work. Yeah. I need to get some balance this next year. I need to get balance. So Trev and Sue are home for Christmas. They are recovering from heavy colds. Oh, you poor things. That's not nice. I hope you feel much better for the actual day. Squidges from us. Healing squidges. Twice at least. Yeah, so normally I would see you twice in a year. And this year I only saw you once. But my God, did we not make that weekend pretty epic? So I did see you once, but we did so much. Sorry, I'm pointing my finger at you. But we did so much on that trip. You like gave me the grand tour. Okay. I think I'm going to keep going for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. Don't start barking. Who's barking? Is that Timmy? What's she barking at?
His own shadow.
His own shadow, yeah. Yes, I'm going to do until 1:45. No, not 1:45.
2:15.
1:15. I'm looking at this and it's, yeah, let's do till 1:15. Let's do 15 more minutes. And then I'll head off. So much content. Yeah, I got so much content. I think I got like 4 videos or something from my trip to see you, Tink. Lincolnshire chine, which is brined cut of pork stuffed with herbs. Oh, that sounds nice.
Or herbs for American people.
Okay, Lincolnshire chine. That does sound nice. Lincolnshire has a lot of its own things. That's cool. Lee, can you come and take over so I can go for a wee?
No.
I'm going to leave. You didn't turn the watch on by biting it. No, sorry. Sorry. Yeah. My signature now is to bite my. I don't bite it. I use my lips. Right, Lee's just going to take over, so I'll go for a wee. I've drunk too much tea. I'll be quick.
Be quick.
Be quick. Talk to the masses.
Oh. Hi everyone. She's gone for a wee, so she's left me in charge. So what's everyone doing for Christmas? And then I could see what was coming up. Ah, there we go. Wunderbar. You don't have to turn on the watch by bite. No, she likes to bite a lot of things, like her fingers normally. There we go. How do we go? Is everyone sorted for Christmas? Presents have all... Hi, David. How are you? Hi, Tink. Hi, everybody else. Oh, no. Link, leave it. Link has decided he wants to get in on the act, so he can stay there. Now, Pip's moved. He decides he needs to move as well. Doesn't like being left on his own for too long. So has everyone got their Christmas bits and pieces sorted out yet? Wrapping done? Foodie brought?
Can I interest anyone in a gluten-free chocolate iced slice with an ice?
Oh.
Christmas cake, basically.
Well, posh cats, I have a very, very, very black Peugeot 207. It's only a 1.4, but it drinks petrol like it's going out of fashion. It's awful. It needs to go. So I'm just going to save some pennies to go get something a bit better.
I'm back now.
Right. Arrivederci, bon voyage. I shall leave you in the safe
What have you done to
thing
the
of fit.
tripod?
It's moving.
Okay.
It's the ghost coming along to move it all again. I should have one of those. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Thank you.
oh, my knees.
Tink says bye.
Bye, Tink. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Don't leave it there, the dogs will get it. Dogs got hold of the mince pies yesterday because I put them on the table and then saw my friend out the door and went, oh no, the mince pies are on the table. They actually took them out of the box. Someone down the line, they are, David. You can have one that's partly munched. I did get your email. I think you sent me 2 emails, didn't you, yesterday or over the weekend? And I was very rude and haven't replied to them. I will reply to them. I've seen them. They are in my memory as something that needs. You've been. What is it? Scheduled into my memory. My memory. My memory doesn't exist.
They're good.
My memory doesn't exist, does it?
No. No, syntax error. Or our tape loading error.
Menopause sucks. Actually, I'm breezing through it. Just sucks for everyone else because gone. Then 1 minute, gone the next.
Bit like chocolate.
Bit like chocolate. Timmy, come here. Oh, you only want me for my cake.
So is Bonnet's one.
I have all the dogs. Why am I so popular? Biley, it does the job though, eh? We still have the tiny Skoda Citigo. Is that Citigo? That little white one.
Your little one. Yeah, but it's ideal though, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the one you tow behind your... Oh, do you still tow it? Because you did behind the motorhome, didn't you? Couldn't be bothered to wrap up presents, just put them in gift bags. Yeah, you see.
Yeah, easiest way.
I've done that for many years. This year I actually bought wrapping paper. Okay, where have we got to? Yes, editing Pip forgets to reply. Editing Pip forgets to reply. To what? What do I forget to reply to? Everything. I do. So my comments. I'm not very good on my comments. I'm get there eventually. It might take 2 weeks. Just so rubbish at this whole YouTube thing these days. Yum. Excuse me.
They're really good. Certainly aren't free from taste, are they? Really good.
No, they're an Asda free from. Okay. I'll drink my tea. How is Kenzie? Yeah, he's lovely. He's fine. He's just been dealing with his mead. He's been making mead. Can you stop licking the paper? Thank you. He's been making mead and he wants to bottle it, but we've got to buy bottles. But we've got some bottles that we've had like apple juice and stuff in over the years. So we've just put some boiling water in them. And this is the first time he's made mead. He got the mead kit for Christmas last year and then he started making it. He left it in his cupboard and didn't do anything with it until about September, I think it was. And then he decided he was going to make the mead. So this has been his little project. I think it tastes a bit more like wine, and he said apparently that can happen. Something to do with the temperature. I don't know anything about it. So I like mead, but it's a little bit too winey for me. He's put like cinnamon sticks in it, and he's got fruit in it, and now he's strained it all out. And then he's had to put some more honey in it to sweeten it or something. I don't know. He knows what he's doing. And he's going to bottle it up. But he's all right. He's last year at school because he did an extra year. So this year we are working on, he's doing media. And this year we are working on projects each month. Well, as in this year, as in next year, as in 2025, we are going to start doing a project each month, which will do all the things that he needs doing. So he's already done his LinkedIn profile. we need to get his drone license. So we're going to look into that so that we can book it for when the weather is good, because obviously I don't think they're going to be doing any kind of drone licensing at this time of year. And then he's got a whole bunch of other things that he needs to start getting like a portfolio together, so that come sort of July time, he can start applying for apprenticeships or jobs or what have you. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I would have turned the camera around quicker. Timmy was doing a handstand, like a headstand, so he was on his head, biting his own back feet. Thank you, Timothy. Biting his own back feet. That was hilarious. Why is the camera never on them when they do stupid things like that? Oh, bits of cake stuck in my teeth now. We tow the little car behind Smurf when we meet up with friends. We don't have to travel seats. Remember, you helped us decide. I do remember. Yes, Smurf was my suggestion, and I love that you picked it. That was very special to me that you picked my idea. So I love the fact that Smurf is called Smurf. Hate wrapping presents, more fingers and thumbs. End up with getting sellotape everywhere and turning the air blue. Don't mind wrapping, actually. I find it quite therapeutic, only if the presents are of a sensible shape. Otherwise, yeah, it can be a bit faffy.
I like Mum's present, which is
I do quite like wrapping. I find it quite therapeutic. You've never really liked wrapping, have you? It's a thing that just needs doing. I've got hiccups now. Bought some nice Grolsch style self-sealing bottles for my beer making.
Like a good idea.
Can highly recommend them for reuse. Is that the ones where they've got the like
the Bros bottle tops that clip in?
Excuse me. Like these things that you put in there, and then you put that in there if that wasn't on there, and then you hook it down. Is that what you mean? As I was. This is sliding again. Oops. Those were the bottles I was originally looking at. And then we've cheated when it comes to clip tops. Yes, those. Yes.
Bros style ones.
Bros? That was a band.
Yes, but they used Grolsch bottle tops on their shoes back in the day.
Did they?
They did.
I was a Bros fan. How did I not know these things?
Menopausal?
I wasn't menopausal when I was 12, love.
Oh, you are now. You forgot the things to say.
Worldofbottles.co.uk. Okay, if it wasn't on Amazon, I didn't see it. Thank you. Can you remember worldofbottles.co.uk, please?
I like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but you won't get bottles from World of Warcraft. It's very different. What are we on now? Let's give it another. I don't know where was I at? 5 minutes. We've got 5 minutes left. Yes, Bros had that in their shoes. How did I not know this? Anyway, we've got 5 minutes now. And then I'm going to go because it's been like nearly 2 hours of chit chat. Oh, it's been lovely having a live stream. I haven't done it for so long. I need to do it more regularly. Get back to doing live streams. Get back to vlogging properly. Get my life back in order. My mission for the new year is to get some sort of balance, eh, love? Might actually see you. Forget what he looks like. Who are you? It got to the point where I don't have a space in my own bed anymore because the dogs have had so much time to use it for their own purposes next to Lee, just, you know, when he's sleeping, that they see me as the person who is coming into their bed and not them coming into my bed. That's how bad it's got with me not being at home, me working all the time.
We'd just like to have the dog sleep on top of the bed, not under the bed.
Yeah. There is no room to go under the bed.
Normally either side of my legs.
I'm having to swoosh hot tea around my wisdom tooth because I keep getting an infection. I don't want to keep taking antibiotics. But I have got some antibiotics on standby, which we picked up today, should I need them over Christmas. But I'm determined I'm not going to take them. I need to try and get the pain to go. Thing is, this tooth has been waiting for now 3 years to be taken out.
Yeah,
it has to be done in the hospital.
Same as me.
So, well, yours is working its own way out.
Yeah.
But this tooth has been waiting to come out. It's a wisdom tooth. It needs to be done under general anaesthetic because you need to drill down and across. The woman did say to me when she took this tooth out that had the failed root canal that she could probably remove that one for me, but I had this weird thing happen, didn't I? After having the tooth out, like my body went into shock. I went completely pale, thought I was going to throw up, thought I was going to faint, just didn't know what I was going to do. The worst, just this awful feeling, and it was like a complete panicky, horrible, awful feeling. She said I went a really horrible colour. They kept giving me Lucozade tablets, wafting me with things to cool me down because my skin was burning. I wanted to try and take all my clothes off. It was horrible. And thankfully, because I'd had a bad reaction to a previous tooth being pulled out, I thought, like a wisdom tooth being pulled out, I thought I'll take the day off just in case. And thank God I did, because I was a mess for the rest of the day. So I really want this one to be done under general. I don't really want to be awake for it. But it just keeps getting infected. It's not good. I can't keep taking antibiotics. You remember that? Yeah. Such a bad patient. Well, you remember that about Bros? You remember that about my tooth? Yeah, I was such a bad patient. Anyway, I should probably start my goodbye, shouldn't I? 13. So it's 2 minutes. Your 122nd warning. This, the train is leaving.
60-minute warning. 60-second warning.
We've got a minute left. Right, you lovely lot. I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you so much for coming and watching my live stream. Thank you so much for watching my videos through the past year and beyond. But I'll just go with this year because it's, for commenting, for watching them, going with whatever the flow is on my videos, because there's no topic as such. It's just whatever's going on, dealing with all the changes in my videos over the last year and still coming back and watching. So thank you, you awesome lot. Thank you, Tink. You have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas. And I'm going to say goodbye. Night night. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Caroline. Bye, David. I will reply to your email when I get off here. I'll go and check my emails. So, yes. Thank you, you lovely lot. I will see you. Well, tonight's video has gone up for the Advent opening. You've got tomorrow's Advent opening. And then I will do a little Christmas message for the 25th. And I will be filming bits over Christmas. So there will be some Christmassy vlogs coming up. And then I will get back into doing some proper filming, proper vlogging. And I've got some wonderful videos coming up at some point when I sort myself out, that Paul very kindly filmed for me in some interesting locations. So I've got that as well for the new year. They will be very summery looking. So it might make you feel nice and warm in the cold new year. But I'm going to sit down and edit those. And yes, that was Paul on here. It was his handiwork with the camera. And actually, if I'm very honest, he also gave me all of the info for the local places of interest. So I'm just going to be doing the voiceovers. It's actually Paul's video completely. I'm just doing the voiceover. We're completely honest about it. Yes. So there we are. We'll all have to thank Paul. And we're done, are we? Lee's going, wrap it up now, love. Wrap it up. Right. Goodbye, you lovely lot. Now, how do you turn this thing off? It's all changed. How do I end? Hello? Does anyone know how to end a live stream? Oh, it's a big cross. Let's try that.